You're at a dinner, you've had a drink, and later that night, you decide to take a little pill, Tadalafil. It seems harmless, but what if I told you that within just 10 minutes, your body could already be reacting in ways you don't expect? Dizziness, head pressure, a sudden drop in blood pressure so sharp you can barely stand. Most men think the danger is exaggerated. But the truth is, mixing alcohol and Tadalafil isn't just risky for your performance. It can put real strain on your heart, brain, and circulation. In this video, you'll discover what Tadalafil really does to your blood vessels, how alcohol amplifies those effects, the immediate changes you can feel in the first 10 minutes, and the long-term risks that most doctors never mention. Stay with me until Chapter 8, because I'll share the smarter timing strategies that let you protect your health without giving up the life you enjoy. Let's begin. Tadalafil on its own is already a powerful drug. Alcohol on its own is already a strong chemical influence. But together, they create a mix that your body may not handle well. Why the combo is risky. Both Tadalafil and alcohol are vasodilators. They relax blood vessels. Tadalafil does it by blocking the PDE5 enzyme, boosting nitric oxide. Alcohol does it by depressing your central nervous system and dilating blood vessels directly. The result, a rapid amplified drop in blood pressure. What that means for you. Within minutes, you may feel dizziness, blurry vision, flushing lightheadedness when you stand up, faster heartbeat as your body tries to compensate, and that's just the beginning. Pattern break, the false sense of safety. Here's the catch. Many men don't feel anything at first. They have a drink, take the pill, and think, I'm fine. But inside, their blood vessels are already opening wider than usual, and their cardiovascular system is under strain. That's why the danger isn't always obvious, until it suddenly is. In the next chapter, we'll break down exactly what Tadalafil is doing to your blood vessels, and why alcohol makes it a ticking time bomb. To understand why mixing it with alcohol is dangerous, you first need to understand how Tadalafil works on its own. The mechanism. Tadalafil is a PDE5 inhibitor. That means it blocks an enzyme that normally breaks down cyclic GMP, CGMP, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax. When PDE5 is blocked, CGMP stays active longer, blood vessels dilate, blood flow increases. This is why it helps with erectile function and even prostate symptoms, because it keeps vessels wide open and smooth muscles relaxed. The systemic effect. But here's the key. Tadalafil doesn't just affect one part of your body. It works systemically, meaning arteries in your brain, blood vessels in your muscles, capillaries in your skin, all experience this relaxation effect. That's why common side effects include headaches from widened brain vessels, flushing from skin vessel dilation, back pain from muscle circulation changes. Pattern break, it's not targeted. Most men assume Tadalafil only works where it's needed, but the truth is it changes vascular tone throughout your body. That means your heart, brain, and circulation are all involved, whether you realize it or not. Now, add alcohol to this mix, and you double the vasodilation. In Chapter 3, we'll explore exactly what alcohol does to your circulation and brain, and why the combination can overwhelm your system in just minutes. Most people think of alcohol as just a social relaxer, something that makes you feel lighter, looser, more confident. But beneath the buzz, alcohol is making powerful changes to your circulation and nervous system. Alcohol as a vasodilator. Like Tadalafil, alcohol relaxes blood vessels. It opens arteries, lowering vascular resistance. It causes skin flushing, that red glow some people get after drinking. It lowers blood pressure, sometimes sharply if you drink a lot at once. That's why you may feel warm and relaxed after a drink. But it also means your cardiovascular system is already in a more fragile state. Effects on the brain. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. It slows reaction time. It dulls balance and coordination. It reduces your ability to regulate blood pressure effectively. So if blood pressure drops suddenly, your brain may not compensate quickly, leading to dizziness, fainting, or even collapse. The heart's response. When alcohol dilates your vessels and lowers your pressure, your heart often speeds up to compensate. This can trigger palpitations, irregular heartbeats, extra strain on a vulnerable cardiovascular system. Pattern break. Alcohol feels safe, but isn't. Here's the paradox. You might feel fine after a glass of wine, but your body is already adjusting. Add Tadalafil to the mix, and you've set up a perfect storm of double vasodilation, which your system might not be ready for. In the next chapter, we'll zoom into the critical moment. What happens in the first 10 minutes when you mix Tadalafil and alcohol? You take a drink, you swallow the pill, and within minutes, your body begins a chain reaction that most men never expect. Minute 1 to 5, the circulation shift alcohol is already in your bloodstream, starting to dilate vessels. Tadalafil begins its absorption process. Your blood pressure starts to dip slightly, even before you feel it. Minute 5 to 10, the first symptoms appear. As vasodilation deepens, you may notice flushing, warmth in the face or chest, dizziness, especially when standing up, lightheadedness, a floating sensation, head pressure from increased blood flow to the brain. For some men, these effects feel mild. For others, they hit harder, depending on the amount of alcohol, your hydration level, and your cardiovascular health. Pattern break. Why 10 minutes matters. Most people assume side effects happen later, but your circulatory system responds immediately. That means the first 10 minutes can already show whether your body is struggling with the combo. The hidden danger. Even if you don't feel much in those 10 minutes, your blood pressure may already be 10-20 points lower. Your heart may already be racing to keep up, and your brain may already be getting less oxygen than it should. It's a silent setup for bigger problems if you keep drinking, or if you try to be intimate soon after. In the next chapter, we'll reveal the dangers you don't notice right away, the subtle but serious risks happening beneath the surface. Not all dangers announce themselves with dizziness or flushing. Some of the most serious effects of mixing Tadalafil with alcohol are the ones you don't feel immediately. Oxygen delivery to the brain. When blood pressure drops, your brain may receive less oxygen-rich blood. Even mild reductions can cause fatigue, brain fog, or delayed reactions. In vulnerable individuals, this can trigger mini fainting spells or confusion. You may just think you're tipsy, when in fact your brain is starved of oxygen. Strain on the heart. The sudden drop in vascular resistance forces your heart to work harder. Pulse speeds up. Irregular beats can occur. Risk increases if you already have heart disease, hypertension, or diabetes. Even if you don't feel chest pain, your cardiovascular system is being stressed in silence. Vision and hearing risks. Both alcohol and Tadalafil affect tiny blood vessels in the eyes and ears. Reduced oxygen supply to the optic nerve can increase risk of vision problems. Inner ear circulation changes may trigger ringing, tinnitus, or muffled hearing. These don't always appear right away, but the damage can accumulate. Pattern break. The false attribution. Here's the danger. Most people blame the alcohol alone. They say, I just drank too much or I was tired. But the reality is, the interaction is what magnifies these hidden risks. And it doesn't stop there. In the next chapter, we'll move into the short-term risks that can escalate quickly, from fainting to palpitations to failed performance at the very moment you need confidence. Mixing alcohol with Tadalafil doesn't just cause subtle changes. In the short term, it can trigger dramatic reactions that ruin the very reason you took the pill in the first place. Risk number 1, passing out. The combination can cause a steep drop in blood pressure. Stand up quickly, you may feel faint. In some cases, you can actually collapse. This is especially risky in public places or if you're driving shortly after. Risk number 2, heart palpitations. As your vessels dilate, your heart races to keep up. You may feel pounding heartbeat, skipped beats, sudden chest tightness. For those with undiagnosed heart conditions, this can escalate into something more serious. Risk number 3, impaired performance. Ironically, many men mix Tadalafil and alcohol thinking it will help them in the bedroom. But alcohol is a sexual depressant. It reduces sensitivity, delays arousal, and interferes with erection quality. The result? Weak or unreliable performance, reduced satisfaction, anxiety from the failure, the exact opposite of what you wanted. Pattern break. The confidence trap. Alcohol lowers inhibitions, making you feel more confident. Tadalafil boosts blood flow, giving you a safety net. Together, it feels like a guaranteed success. But in reality, the combo often sets you up for failure, physically and emotionally. and the damage doesn't stop at one night. In the next chapter, we'll explore the long-term consequences of mixing alcohol and Tadalafil repeatedly, and why they're even more dangerous than the short-term effects. Most men worry about the immediate side effects: dizziness, headaches, poor performance. But the real danger comes when alcohol and Tadalafil are combined regularly. Chronic stress on the cardiovascular system. Repeated double vasodilation puts strain on arteries and the heart. Over time, this may increase risk of arrhythmias, hypertension instability, or even heart failure in vulnerable men. It can also accelerate vascular aging, making ED worse in the long run. Liver-burden alcohol is processed by the liver. Tadalafil is also metabolized by the liver via CYP3A4 enzymes. Combining them repeatedly overworks this organ, increasing risk of liver damage, fatty liver disease, and slower drug clearance. Cumulative damage to senses. Both alcohol and Tadalafil can impair blood flow to delicate tissues. Over time, this raises the risk of vision problems, optic nerve stress, hearing issues, tinnitus, partial loss. These effects may be subtle at first, but some can become permanent. Psychological dependence. Mixing alcohol and Tadalafil may create a mental pattern. I need a drink to feel confident. I need the pill to perform. Together, this can build a cycle of dependency on both substances, eroding natural confidence, self-image, and emotional connection. Pattern break. The silent backfire. What starts as a boost for social and sexual confidence can, over months or years, leave you with worse, weaker health, and less trust in your natural abilities. The very tools you thought were helping you end up making you weaker. But there's good news. You don't have to avoid alcohol completely, or stop using Tadalafil if you need it. The key is knowing how to use them safely. In the final chapter, we'll give you smart, practical strategies for protecting yourself while still enjoying life. The truth is, you don't have to choose between enjoying a drink and protecting your health. The key is timing, moderation, and awareness. Here's how to do it safely. 1. Limit alcohol to light or moderate levels. 1 to 2 glasses of wine or beer is usually safe for most men. Avoid heavy drinking, which drastically lowers blood pressure and increases risk. 2. Don't take Tadalafil at the peak of drinking. If you're drinking, wait until alcohol is out of your system before dosing. Or, if you've already taken Tadalafil, keep alcohol to 1 drink maximum. 3. Stay hydrated. Alcohol dehydrates you. Tadalafil needs proper circulation and hydration to work effectively. Alternate every alcoholic drink with a glass of water. 4. Never mix with certain medications: nitrates, chest pain, alpha blockers, prostate, blood pressure, recreational poppers. These combos can trigger life-threatening blood pressure crashes. 5. Choose daily or as needed, not both with drinking. If you're on daily Tadalafil, don't binge drink. If you're on as-needed use, plan your dose for a day when you're keeping alcohol light. Pattern break. Redefine confidence. Many men drink to lower social anxiety and take Tadalafil for sexual confidence. But the real solution is not in chemistry, it's in lifestyle. Exercise, stress reduction, sleep, open communication with your partner. When you build these, you won't feel the same need for either alcohol or the pill. You started this video thinking 1 drink and 1 pill couldn't do much harm. But now you know the truth. Within minutes, your blood pressure can crash. Your heart, brain, and circulation are put under strain, and instead of boosting your performance, the combo can backfire completely. The lesson is simple. It's not about giving up alcohol forever or never using Tadalafil. It's about using both intelligently, so your health, confidence, and performance stay in your control. Remember, 10 minutes can change everything. If this video opened your eyes, do 3 things right now. Like this video to help it reach more people. Subscribe for science-based health insights. Comment below, have you ever felt strange mixing alcohol and Tadalafil?